So, Luca Nation, welcome
Yo.
back to another episode of Lucas, Tigers, and Bronze. Oh my. And we're going to have some fun. So, first thing, Cage is going to make an announcement about the PSA submission. He's showing us your shirt.
Can you read that?
Use your words.
What does it say? What does that say?
It's the fucking Candelita wine mixer.
There you
Bro,
go.
you're 45 years old. You wear shirts of like movie quotes.
Yeah, Catalina wine mixer. Prestige Worldwide. The
I don't
security
get it.
guard at my kid's school today was like, "Oh, I've been to Catalina. It's very nice. It's nice there."
Why did he come back?
I said, "Did you buy a helicopter?" He said, "No, he didn't buy a helicopter. He didn't help.
So
okay.
you live in a really rich town, is what I'm hearing. Basically, a security guard.
Like, he's a security guard.
He goes to Catalina.
Why are you upset that I'm 45? You're 45 years old.
I'm upset that you're 45 and you wear Cotton Hanes t-shirts with different movie quotes on them.
How dare you wear a t-shirt? How dare you be comfortable while we record every single day? You should be uncomfortable. You should wear a suit. You should put a suit on to record. And then when you put a suit on, you say, "Oh, I don't like when you're in the office with a suit on. You're just not in the same kind of good mood." So how do I win with Andrew? Listen, it's a tutorial, right? Because maybe the ladies one day will listen to this and figure out the way to Andrew's heart. How does one make Andrew Goldberg happy? Because after 515 episodes, I don't know the answer to it. Whether it's stuffy with a button down and a suit or a t-shirt, 45-year-olds should not be wearing t-shirts. What I'm going to do for you right now is I'm going to take the shirt off, and you will just get an episode of all of my lusciousness. What do you think?
I'm curious if Luca Nation agrees. Am I hard to please? But anyway,
you can't bring me down because look what I got today.
I'm sure you have a Christina Aguilera shirt.
You see this? No. See, you see what that says? That says "World's Best Dad." It's a paper.
Is that right?
It's sort of like a pyramid. This is "World's Best Dad," and I got this from the holiday fair. It's pretty sweet. I could keep my paper down. My paper, if there's a big gust of wind in my office indoors, this will hold the papers down. It will not. It will be a paper. The wind will not blow the papers away in my office. So I'm set.
So before I make you upset again, Leah didn't give you that? Ian didn't give you that?
It's from Ian. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was saying. So not the fair. Ian gave you that.
He bought it at the fair. I mean, I'm not in elementary school. I don't go to the holiday fair.
But Ian got that for you.
Yes, he bought it at the holiday fair.
Okay,
I got the most
makes
gifts.
Sense. Luca Nation, tell me if you guys were confused too. When Cage said, "I got it at the fair," I thought he bought himself
World's Best Dad.
Yes.
What fair would I go to? I mean, I'm 45 years old. I'm not allowed to wear T-shirts, and I don't go to fairs. Not even to go see the senoritas with the flowers in their hair in Mexico, where you live.
Man, you're like Velcro.
World's Best Dad.
In terms of shots fired, I think saying that you wear a lot of shirts with movie quotes on them isn't really shots fired.
No, 45. Dude, you're 45. What are you doing wearing a shirt?
With
45, you shouldn't be wearing shirts at all. You should be, and you shouldn't be 45. You're just old, and you have a wardrobe that does not befit you being so old. I get it.
You should not be wearing shirts. You should be in Puerto Rico, in Cancun, in Miami, just on the beach, retired, working hard.
Whew. All right.
That doesn't even make any sense.
It's good. Listen, I am loving life today. It's Friday. You ain't got a job. And that's where I'm going to end it. Because it's Friday. You ain't got a job. That was the quote, right? From the movie? It's Friday.
What movie?
Friday.
Next Friday?
Just Friday.
Friday
I'm sure they said it again in next Friday and Friday after next. But in the original Friday, it's Friday. You ain't got a job. And I'm pretty sure they add in you ain't got shit to do.
But if you don't got a job, every day is like Friday. It doesn't even matter.
This is sort of true. There is some truth to that, but that's not what the movie said. It didn't just say it's Friday. They added in you ain't got a job. And you ain't got shit to do.
Anything about PSA submissions you want to let people know?
We're getting some stuff back, guys. I've communicated to most folks who were involved in the sub. November Pokemon has come back. We are still waiting on November's Ultra Modern, which is in grading. Yes, it is December, and we're waiting on November 2020 Ultra Modern subs. And we got a message today from one of our listeners a very good contributing member of Luca Nation, who just got back a sub from even before these were in there, and he said he got a 25% gem rate. What did you think of that when you got that message? Did that make you feel? I don't want to say vindicated because you've never been wrong about it. Does it strengthen your position that PSA is a market maker, and that in certain
well, yes and no, but like I also am good at not at compartmentalizing a small sample size of data.
Yeah.
Right. Like I always try to question my narratives, right? Like we all have biases, but I do try to question them and try to look at them a little objectively. So yes, I do believe that PSA has market making qualities to it, but I also think some people are not good at subbing their cards and they don't have the eye for it. Some people I bet don't even review their cards. I bet you people out there, Cage, don't even know that they have to wipe down their cards. I bet 10-15% of people that sub cards don't even know that they should wipe down cards. They still think. I remember getting this question from new people in the hobby. Like they're like, "Does PSA wipe the cards down and prep them for you?" That was actually a question, and it's not a dumb question, but there's some truth to that. The person that sent us this data, I think they're on the more experienced end, although they're Portland Trailblazers fans, so awkward.
How do you really feel? So funny, dude.
I feel bad for the Trailblazers, man. I really do, because I always thought that they were really close to being kind of like a championship contending team, but they're oh so far away.
But now Lillard's hurt.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
All right, you're somewhere, so I'm gonna ask you questions.
Somewhere. I'm in my shirt.
You're in your shirt,
dude. You started today. You might as well just hit the reset button.
I'm hitting this. I'm sparring tomorrow for the first time in my life, Cage.
Nice. So who are you sparring against?
I'm not sure. I really don't know. We're taking the bus with all the locals to maybe like 30 kilometers north to another gym.
You and how many other people are getting on a bus to go to another gym somewhere in the jungles of Mexico for you to spar?
5,
so
6.
You and 5, 6. Are they all tourists like you? I mean,
no,
you don't consider yourself a tourist. So it's Andrew El Gringo, Wambobo, and 5 locals are going to go and spar with 6 other locals somewhere in Mexico. Couple quick questions, and you can go back to the cards.
Do you understand why?
1, do you expect to come back alive?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have ransom insurance on yourself for your family?
I got no money. I'm broke.
Can I buy ransom insurance on you? Because this show, there is, I mean, it's like Keyman insurance. Like maybe I'll buy like hostage insurance in case somebody.
I don't do fiat. And they're never gonna get my private key. So all my money's in cards, crypto, and NFTs. I don't even use fiat anymore.
That's a shirt, by the way. You want to talk about a cool T-shirt? Forget about my Catalina wine mixer. You just make a shirt that says all my money is in cards, crypto, and what?
Bitches.
All right, so show me the alt liquid auctions, please. Because
you don't understand. You're not supposed to spar against your friends. You know what I mean? Like if we're at the same gym, you don't want to go beat up like the people that you go and train with. So you have to go to a different club, a different gym, a different, what do they call them? I don't know what they call them, but they call them something. Dojo from the office. I just, dude. So for the first time ever, I was bidding on cards that I thought were like within my range, which was like 10, 15K, maybe 5K, 5 to 10K. I don't want to overextend. I wanted to buy a $5,000 to $10,000 card. But man, I thought these auctions ended hella high. I really do. But
so I didn't bother you last night because we talked, and guys, we're going to set the scene. He's about to show
bothering me.
The closing auctions of alt. And Andrew and I previously had spoken to each other several times during the week about dozens of cards on alt, saying, wow, these things may end low. Like, this could be a bargain. Look at this one. What do you think of this one? This one's really nice. And we were kind of watching them. And I saw yesterday the price starting to move up on a lot of these. Yeah. And I thought to myself, he's not going to win a single card. And if he does, so that's going to make him mad. But if he does, it's because he's going to overpay for one. Just because he's been so invested in the liquid auctions all week. And either way, he's not going to be a happy camper. So I'm gonna let him be.
I'm a happy camper. Dude,
Because
I think
did
the
you stay away?
best. Yeah, I think
Good.
the best
Then
thing is
that's
when you know value of something and you're like, I'm not gonna go chase this stuff. So
Give
I'm
me
curious about
2 or 3 that surprised you the most.
the Giannis Mosaic 1 of 1. Previous comps on that card were 3K and 6K. It's a beautiful card. I can't believe the
Beautiful
comps were
card.
so low. I'll put it up. But it's not like Giannis has had a great start to the season, nor have the Bucks. And we always say cards are down. Well, I think we need to start asterisking that and saying which cards are down, right? So here I'm thinking the Prism Base PSA 10, it's down. It's a $1,600 card right now.
Huh.
That's down from 2,000. That's down from he won the championship. It was 3,000.
Down from
So I'm saying
7,000.
here, right? Down. Oh, you mean the boxes that were sold?
Yeah. Woo.
I'm like Shyway Vlogs. I get a microphone and I will say whatever I want. Oh man, how insulting, Cage! It says you did not win this asset.
Yeah, well,
And like
it happens.
small red. So this is the first one, guys. This is going to be an episode that you probably want to watch on YouTube, but if you guys also aren't on YouTube and you're a podcast listener, you could follow along by. I don't even know if you need to necessarily create an account on Alt, but you could do that for free. And you could see if you go to Liquid Auctions, they have 250 cards that ended last night. And the card I'm going to start with is the Giannis Antetokounmpo, number 33, 2016 Panini Prism Mosaic Black, Quad 95 BGS. So previous comps on this card, Cage, it sold February 25th, 2020, a year and a half ago, maybe more, for 2,500. It sold in March again for 7,600. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It ended 11,200. Thoughts on that sale, Cage, on that auction?
I mean, it's higher than I thought it was going to go for. It's not an obscene price, and I'll give you my thoughts. My thoughts are it's amazing that it's on Alt and that's Lior's platform. But when we talked about the cards that were on there, you gave me a list of cards, a myriad of cards that you were like, look at this one, look at this one. And I said, what about that Giannis Mosaic Black 1/1? You're like, oh yeah, look at that one. And the reason why I held that one out, it's not because I'm a BGA quad lover. It's because when we had Lior on, he made a lot of sense, right? And you know what's funny? You were talking about this when we first started our show. Like I have to find the episode, but even before we had Lior on, talk about numbered cards. Talk about cards that are scarce because they're scarce, not scarce because of the grade. Cards that no matter what grade they are, they're scarce. 1/1s are obviously that category, right? Cards that are 1/1. And with people moving in that direction and people trying to find the rarest and the best of the best, Giannis only has a certain number of 1/1s. And he definitely only has a certain number of 1/1s in his first few years of playing. In the last couple of years, they've started printing 1/1s like they're printing the US dollar, So, and while this is a Prism Mosaic 1/1, it's before Mosaic was a standalone product.
Correct.
So this was actually a 1/1 pulled from a Prism release, right? So this was.
Can we explain that to people? So before Mosaic was a standalone product, it was Prism Mosaic.
Yep,
it was a parallel. Yep.
So it's not as desirable as a regular Prism. It's like a lesser, sort of like Disco, Fast Break, all the other fun stuff. But it still is an early 1/1 of Giannis, and you know what his cards sell for, so it's not an obscene price. I mean, it's almost 4 times the last comp, but the last comp came before he won a championship. So it's higher than I thought it would go for, but it's not like, wow, sticker shock. How about yourself? Sticker shock?
No, not for this one. This is a 1/1 of the guy who I think has maybe the brightest future out of anybody in the NBA. Let's keep rocking. So let's keep going. Come back. Okay. Which one do you want? This one. Let's go Jordan Poole. Because I talked about Jordan Poole in April. I talked about him in May. I said this Warriors team was going to be good. Just watching them last year, you could tell that they were building something, man. And they've groomed talent. They're probably the team that grooms talent the best. Maybe the Raptors are up there, but they grew talent, and they took this guy and turned him into what I think is his full potential. But again, getting like everyone has a different ceiling, right? And you got to take into account Jordan Poole's ceiling. Like what realistically is Jordan Poole's ceiling, Cage?
being a number 3 on that team.
Oh, do you think he could ever be a number 1 on any team?
Possibly, but
Oklahoma
unlikely.
City Thunder when they lose by 70?
Yeah, like SGA is a 1 on that team. So yes, if he was on Oklahoma right now, he could be a 1 there, exactly. But no, I mean, I think he could be an NBA All-Star.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think his ceiling is SGA, and this is someone who loves Jordan Poole, who watches Jordan Poole. It's just everyone has different sins. He's not the most athletic guy. He's not the greatest passer. He's a true 2 guard, but he's not that great of a shooter. So when I saw this Jordan Poole card ending for $13,000, I know it's gold and we're in like this gold rush. I think this card is so overpriced. I can't find the words for it. I think he's already near his potential, and this card would be overpriced even if he had more of upside.
Well, okay. This was definitely higher than I thought it was. We talked about this. I thought this would sell for about half of what this went for. But it's a rookie. It's a rookie of a guy who's having a good season, and when that happens, people like to prospect. So,
do you think Tyler Hero should be higher, lower, or the same?
Than him? Lower. And here's why.
Wow.
Here's why.
That's crazy.
Hero already had his beatdown. This guy has had nothing but success. Right? So for right now, he's still on the upper trajectory without this. Hero did that already and got beat down and now has to work his way back up. That's momentum in cards, man.
It just rings true when people say like Ray Allen. Like if Jordan Poole had the career of Ray Allen, he would be the luckiest man alive. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. I think he would sign up for that right now, as would most people, yes.
Okay. And I don't think Ray Allen cards go for even a quarter of this amount. But let's keep going.
Well, Ray Allen doesn't have a 1-of-1 rookie, I don't think. I mean, he might have an out of 10 rookie. I don't know.
It's the gold rush. I was gonna bid on this card, the Steph Curry Panini Timeless Treasures rookie auto. I didn't love that it was a sticker auto, and I didn't love that it wasn't game worn.
Yep.
But that still ended 10-5. I think that's fair for someone who's a front runner for MVP.
There you go.
Messi Kaboom.
Messi Kaboom.
That's the one you told me to go for.
How much did it sell for?
8,300. I don't know the Kaboom market, so I'll leave that. I'll talk F1 in a second, but I'll talk Jayson Tatum, man. If I held any Jayson Tatum cards specifically on the higher end, I would sell them. Man. I think this team is a few straws for breaking the camel's back. They don't look right. If you even watch Jayson Tatum, his shot doesn't look right. Something doesn't feel right, doesn't look right with this team. I mean, what do you think? 6,600 for a BGS 9.5 green Panini Prism green pulsar out of 25.
People like that it's a color match.
They do. Would you be buying, selling, or holding Tatum?
I never liked Tatum. I think his cards have been beat down a little bit. That's obviously not one of them. But I think I'd hold Tatum right now. Okay. Just because his cards have come down a little bit, you know?
Trout, 8,300 for BGS 9.5 gold. You know this card better than anyone. What do you think? You have a PSA 10.
How much did it sell for?
8,300 for a min gem.
Oh, this is min gem. Yeah, I mean, listen, when we were at the National, people were asking 16,000 for PSA 10s. So this is not that crazy. I've seen PSA 10s anywhere from that $15,000 to $20,000 range. You know, there's not that many of them. This is right around where I would expect it to be for a min gem 9.5.
Just to give you guys really quick context, is this Precious Metal Gems Kevin Garnett out of 50 PSA 6, but I don't think grade matters that much. Maybe it does. Card ended for half of what Jordan Poole's card ended for, 8,000, a little bit over.
Garnett,
and it ended for less than Anthony Edwards cracked ice. It's interesting to see like Kevin Garnett is a top 25 player of all time. Is that fair to say?
Yep.
And then you have someone who has, I guess it's just potential, man. People like having, potential.
Yes, it is 100%. And it's who's playing now, man. It's who's playing now. That really is the the thing, right? If you look at, so you talk about Ray Allen because you watched him play, but how come you didn't talk about like Dan Issel or Gail Goodrich or Jack Sikma or
I don't
Alex
know
English?
I don't know politicians that will, Cage. Enlighten
These
me.
are all you're funny. These are all NBA players. They're all
Oh.
NBA players who, if you look at the numbers that they had, they would have Jordan Poole would sign up for those careers today also. Who are you looking up?
Jordan Poole stats.
All right.
I just want to see how much he's averaging this year.
Now, I said the
name 18 points a game, 3 assists, 3 rebounds.
Okay, now type in Alex English, who you said you don't know, and type in Alex English and look at his stats for his career if you like. Yeah. How much did he average a game?
Wow, 28 points a game. He led the league in scoring in 1982, a year after Julius Erving. Bird and Magic were in the league.
Yep.
And 7 rebounds and 4 assists. This is Luka
and no one's
numbers.
ever heard of him. Yeah, and you never even heard of him. So that is it's a fun lesson, right? It's a fun lesson because who knows what this guy's going to be? Who knows what Jordan Poole's going to be? But you know what my play today is, guys? Just to bounce right off of this, 2012 flawless. 2012 flawless basketball. First year of flawless. I want you guys to go on eBay for a couple reasons. Number one, there are a lot of cool cards in there. That set, the first set of it, everything was 25 or less. You know that, right? And all the relics were game used, and all the autographs are amazingly, awesome autographs. If you type in,
I'm a little surprised because Cage, just give me 2 words. Cage isn't an auto guy traditionally, so this is. But really you can do auto,
so stick with me. This play can go many ways, right? I even want to buy some, and the reason why I can do that is because I'm not telling you go right now and buy this particular card. There's a lot of ways of doing this, right? The Jordan Poole's a rookie, right? Is a rookie. I can give you one card. I would tell you to go buy right now, right? If I were to tell you, do me a favor. You're on eBay. Type in 2012 flawless Jonas out of 5.
Brothers?
1 out of 5. No, Jonas Valanciunas, who I think is going to be an all-star this year. Okay?
Playing incredibly well.
Now click the top one. $150. Number 1 out of 5. Look at that. Look at that game-used huge patch. It's crazy. Ridiculous, right? And it's available for $150. Buy it now. Rookie for this guy. He's going to be an all-star with the Pelicans. He should have been an all-star with the Pelicans. He should be an all-star with the Pelicans this year. Look at this guy.
Designer Jewels by Karina. She needs to take better
pictures. About that. Look at that patch on that card. That's $150. And I believe that this set is going to take off for a bunch of reasons. Number one, game used. I'm not going to get it anymore. I don't know where the hell game used is gone, but it's gone. I don't know if it's COVID. I don't know if it's laziness. I don't know if it's that Russell Westbrook's too busy giving his uniform to Kevin Hart's kids. I don't know what's going on, but you can't get game used stuff anymore. And look at the patches on these cards. That's Jonas Valanciunas. That's just one card because it happens to be a rookie of a guy who I think is undervalued. But look at the sick patch on there. Now, swing it the other direction. Type in 2012 flawless Alex English for me. The guy we just talked about who led the league in scoring in 1982. And this is just one guy. You guys want Hakeem Olajuwon? Great. You want Doc Rivers because he's still relevant and coach is fine. But you put Alex English in it, and the first 2 you're going to see are $40 or best offer. A sick Dallas Mavericks, Luka numbers, patch out of 25. $40 or best offer is the top one.
Stain that is. That's
that
hilarious.
One's 75. But there's one actually for $40 the best offer out of 25 with all 3 colors, again, green, white, blue.
Am I crazy? I don't care that it's stained. If it's coming from 1982, right, I kind of like that.
Yeah, $40. Stains is good, man. It means it's clearly worn. And if you don't like that, you say I'm not an auto guy. If you flip back, $46.23. Flawless, great, ruby auto out of 15. Alex English. You don't want Alex English? Don't get Alex English. You know, a Gear Relic game used auto of Doc Rivers sold for like $18. $18. So here's where I'm going to go with this, right? Number one, it's the first year of Flawless. Flawless is going to mean something. It might even mean more when Panini is no longer making licensed cards. This set may be your exquisite for Upper Deck after they lost the license, right? The way that we hold those patches, those cards out there. And you like Kemba Walker. He's not doing right now. Look at what a Kemba Walker game used. Remember you gave him as a play?
I hate you, man. I hate you so much sometimes.
I'm giving him as just an example because it's a rookie year patch on him. It's like nothing, right? And it's a cool patch. Look at some of these sick game used patches on that first year of Flawless. And some of these things, man, some of these things are really, really nice looking. And I mean, you want a LaMarcus Aldridge? It doesn't matter who. You want a 4-color Grant Hill Hall of Famer game use patch? It's currently being bid at $8.34. Jerry West Diamond out of 20. That's just a regular card. I wouldn't go with that. I'd go with game used. I'd go with autographs that are on card.
Obviously, Goodrich. This is Goodrich. Your guy.
I just said his name. You look up his stats if you like. Gail Goodrich. Look up Dan Issel. Look at some of these guys. Right? How about there's a day left, $27 out of 20. George the Iceman Gervin, silver auto. So I mean, there's just cool stuff in the set. The relics are gigantic. They're clearly game used. They're all pieces of jersey, and they're not like white pieces of jersey. They have like parts of. Look at there's a Kyrie one, right? This is a Kyrie rookie. Put in Kyrie, 2012 Flawless Kyrie, and look at the patch. You can see that it says Irv from Irving. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't cheap it out on these things. These are legit game-used pieces. So, anyway, I like these for a ton of reasons. You could pick your player. I think you could probably find some good players here, a little cheaper than you would think. You're a Tyson Chandler guy. You gave him as a play once, too. I think Tyson Chandler auto is $40 or best over. You probably pay $15-$20 for a Tyson Chandler auto. Tristan Thompson. This was a rookie year for Tristan Thompson. $25 for his autograph. And then, of course, if you want a Lillard, he's in this. A little bit of money. Did you see the Kyrie Irving one? Did you try to put
I did. I typed in Kyrie.
There's a lot of Kyrie stuff also. So
we'll have to get you on a computer in 2022. If the business does well, we'll buy one for you so you can actually see the screen shares that you asked me to do.
That would be awesome. That would be
2012
really cool.
Flawless Kyrie. I mean, they all. I want to see. Do you think Kyrie plays?
He might.
So,
the Kyrie one might have been the Kyrie. I mean, listen, I don't know if he plays. I don't know if he's going to play or not. I'd like to see him play because that team would be awesome with him.
This one right here. This just sold for $330.
The one that sold, exactly. Sorry about that. $300. Look at that. I mean, look at the patch on these things. $300. Rookie. Game used. Kyrie. It's absurd.
Since I missed out on every single auction, would it be frowned upon if I bought these as well?
Well, that's the fun part about this, guys. The play is not go buy the Kyrie because someone already bought that. The play is not go buy Jonas Valanciunas. There are several of those. The play is thinking outside the box, right? You get a lot of messages from people saying cards have already had their run, right? But that's not always true, right? There always seems to be something else that pops up out of nowhere, right? You know, Exquisite had its time. Exquisite's still now thought of as great stuff. Panini it's going to end soon, right? And even before it ends, what's Andrew's biggest complaint? What's the biggest complaint of a lot of hobbyists, snobbyists that are out there? The LaMelo Ball, what did that one end at? Because it was only like a PSA 7 or whatever it was. LaMelo Ball National Treasures out of 99 on the liquid auctions.
16 or 17K.
I mean, and it's not that jersey, it may have been touched. Someone may have tossed that to LaMelo. He caught it in his hand and tossed it back. Maybe he wiped his armpit with it. Who knows? It definitely didn't get worn in a game, right? That's a gripe, right? That's a problem that collectors who have been in this for a long time have with this hobby. And, you know, you're going to want to, I believe there's going to be extra value placed on the iconic cards, the iconic sets, and the things that are really game used, right? The things that to steal a line or a sentence from Adam Rips, who was on here, something that gives a connection to the player, right? Something that gives you that connection, like he had with the Nets from Trae Young's first game. These are game used, actually worn by folks. So to me, there's a lot of reasons why 2012 Flawless can start to become sort of a fan favorite and go up in price.
It's crazy. Bill Russell auto sold for basically the same price as DeMontis Sabonis Gold.
Yeah, and Russell's autos actually are pretty
rare.
Pretty rare. Like they actually sell for some pretty good prices.
Yeah, $3,000 for exquisite auto on liquid. All right, my play. So there's this guy. His name is I wrote it down. Ragnick. That's the new manager of Manchester United. Ragnick. I hope I pronounced that right.
Ragnick?
Yeah, Ragnick. Whether this is true or not, this is a rumor that he has a bonus clause in his contract that if he attracts Haaland or Mbappe or Lewandowski, he gets like 10 million USD, 8.5 million pounds. Wow. He denied the rumors, as he should, but it got me thinking. Haaland's back. And by the way, a Haaland card ended on auction for higher than previous comps were. This one ended, it was a Topps Chrome Bundesliga from 2019, $1,000. But I want to ask you, would you go for that card, which is a pop 926, or would you go for the sticker, right? That sticker from Letzwig or whatever, however you pronounce that, his previous club, Red Bull Salzburg. What do you think is a better buy? Topps Chrome is more generally accepted, but the sticker is his true rookie. Well, it's not his true rookie. His sticker is one of his earlier cards, and it's a lower pop.
Whichever one is rarer, not just
you'd
pop,
go rare,
rarer, like rare for rare. Like if I were buying are you talking auto or just rookie or what?
Just rookie.
I hate Sapphire. I hate that stuff, but I think I might be looking at like something that of his that is like an actual numbered rookie.
There's a gold for $50K.
Well, I mean, that's obviously a lot of money for someone who doesn't really like soccer like me. But I would like soccer if the guys who were driving F1 cars were knocking around soccer balls. You know what I mean? Like if they crashed the car into a ball and then the ball went in the net, like you combine those two sports, that I would watch. But I would need something like that. I'd need maybe soccer players.
How have you survived for 45 years?
Maybe in their F1 uniforms, like maybe they're F1 with their helmets on, like looking like astronauts and running around playing soccer like that. That would be kind of cool, maybe.
Weren't you a goalie? Didn't you post something on your Instagram today that like you playing soccer or football, something like that?
I was football. That was football. I was pee-wee football. I was little. That was a little cage right there.
Is that right?
Little cage. Yeah. I was 6 when that picture was taken.
No way.
6 or 7. Yeah. 6 or 7. Definitely. No older than 7. 6 or 7.
All right. So one play is Haaland. You guys do your own research because there's 3 Haaland cards. I can't find the other one, which is it's the one where it's a side by side with.
Does it bother you that Haaland is pimping himself out right now, selling ice massage guns?
I had no idea. What do you mean by that?
He's on a commercial. This is the new thing. I've never seen him before, but it looks like a hammer. It looks like a massage hammer.
Okay.
It's like icy, and it just like massages you. Not in a dirty way, I don't think. Although I'm sure you could probably retrofit it to be dirty, but they got Haaland over there. He's like, it's like
a Theragun. It's a Theragun. It's like the Theragun.
I don't think that's the brand, but it's like ice. But so yeah, pretty much like that. And so that Haaland's like this big guy now. He's going to be this major athlete. He's going to be the best soccer player ever. You'd figure he'd be doing advertisements for big brands like Chick-fil-A and Dr. Pepper.
Some people say you should only do brand deals with brands you believe in, right? And if that helped them recover, like that's a big deal, dude. When was the last time you were sore from like a workout or any athletic activity?
I think coming out of the birth canal was the last physical activity I did.
You just said you played football.
Yeah, but that was a kid. That wasn't really physical activity. I just kind of ran around and kicked dirt. You ruined my joke. I don't do physical activity now. I'm 45 and I wear T-shirts.
Guys, it's really hard sometimes.
Well,
I have a
that's what you
second
said.
play. I have a second play.
Yes, go ahead.
So check this card out. So this is an interesting card. You probably haven't seen it before. It's the 1998,
I have. You texted it to
1999
me yesterday. Of course I saw it.
Fleer Kevin Garnett. So look at this. So this is a young Kevin Garnett. I think this is his second year. But look who's at the bottom right-hand corner watching. You know, we talk about those like kind of cool cards, the Menendez brothers, that stuff. I think that card is so stupid and overrated. I don't know why two murderers helps a card's value, but that's just me. But here you have Kevin Garnett going for a dunk. It's a powers in for the dunk. Kevin Garnett, 1998, 1999 Fleer. It's like a classic 61 style. But you have Kobe in the background of the card looking up at Kevin. It's a cool card, guys. And it's probably a really, really, really low pop, but it's worth it. And it's not that expensive. It ended at $1,400. So those are my
Someone
two
just did a
plays.
post about that recently.
No, they didn't.
Like values of not maybe not that card, but like that cards that are valuable because they have other people in the cards. They use the Menendez brother one also on that one. I'm trying to think of other cards that are like that might have been in there. Maybe like I don't even know, but I definitely saw that on Instagram recently. This card we should send this to them and tell them, hey, you got to add this one to the mix, man. You got to add this one to the mix. Let me ask you a question. I want to get your thoughts. Your thoughts on something. So we spent all this time yesterday on Card Ladder being purchased / whatever. I guess we'll get details or whatever by PSA. What comes to mind when I tell you that Amazon is investing in Dibbs?
I didn't understand what happened.
Amazon is investing in Dibbs. I don't understand it either because financial terms were not disclosed, but the headlines are Amazon invests in Dibbs. Nothing?
Dude, there's days I just don't understand business. Like, I think I do a good job.
Love it. That's a great response because sometimes I don't understand anything. This is the way the world works.
I equate it to being in kindergarten and we're all just playing with a bunch of toys and life is just one big playground.
No, I mean, Dibbs, Amazon. I think it's cool. It's a headline. I think it's cool, clearly, that Amazon is looking at the sports card market, right? No? No, huh? I mean, all right.
Well, like, I think why we're surprised is I think it's on the companies, but who, like, hey, we're doing this for this reason, right? Like, this is what the roadmap looks like. So when I saw the post, I saw the news, but nothing came of like the context of, Amazon wants to get into sports cards, or we believe that Dibbs's proprietary technology is really exciting and we can help them grow. So I don't know. I think the Card Ladder PSA deal had a little more context in their press release. I didn't see. All I saw was a story post from Dibbs and Amazon, which is exciting, right? Like, you got to give those guys a shout out. And by the way, shout out to our Lucas Tigers NFT holders. Just 1 month ago, we got our sponsorship with Dibbs, right?
Yep.
We did the giveaway. We did all that fun stuff. And we'll be doing a few more fun things with them in the next week or so. We kind of haven't held up our end of the bargain there at the very end, but we'll do another show with them. We'll do another live giveaway. But we got to pass that money on to our Lucas Tigers NFT holders. Now, I think it'd be fun to catch up with them now and hear, what's the vision, because that's got to be exciting news for them. Are
you telling me Jeff Bezos is coming on the show?
Bezos isn't with Amazon anymore. It's this guy Andrew
Goldberg.
Let me see what the Amazon CEO is.
He has nothing to do with Amazon at all anymore. Jeff Bezos.
Andy Jassy. No, he stepped out. Remember?
No.
He wants to go to space. He wants to go to space.
What do you think of Jalen Rose? Is he a good player? You think Jordan Love's going to be better or worse than Jalen Rose?
Who is better than Jalen Rose?
Jordan Love. That's your guy, right? Those are
Jordan Poole.
No, Jordan Poole. I said Love. I'm looking at a Kevin Love card too. I was going to give him or Jalen Rose. Jordan Poole.
Different players. Different players. Jordan Poole is a better defender. Jalen Rose is way more dynamic and way more athletic, in my opinion. He let Kobe hang 81 on that team, though.
It's true.
He was the one that was guarding him. What do you make of the Amazon Dibbs news? Same thing as I, right? There's, I think, some announcements are indefinite, like open-ended.
It's tough. It's tough to listen. We all spent all this time talking about what Fanatics is going to mean to the hobby, and no one knows what the hell Fanatics is going to do. I mean, there's a lot of the announcements come with more questions than answers. Same thing here. Does this mean that Dibbs is going to be able to sell cards on Amazon? Does it just mean that Amazon is just another investor, in their platform? Is it some sort of technology sharing? I mean, I really don't know. It just means, but as far as that goes, I'm still excited to read it because we're in a hobby that was for nerds that people just did for a lot less money not that long ago. And Dibbs had already gotten funding rounds, and Dibbs already had, NBA stars and celebrities investing in it. And now you have Amazon. So headlines are good, right? Because if Amazon sees value in sports cards and they see it today, if nothing else, I don't know about the details, the financials, how it's going to work between the two of them. If nothing else, me as a collector, I feel better talking to our community when they write to me and say, is this run over? Did we have a bubble and it's done? Is the way to make money in cards finished? Like, is this done? Should I be looking at something else?
Build a business.
I can say, well, Amazon thinks there's going to be people in cards. Otherwise, they wouldn't be investing now. Amazon thinks there's a future in cards going forward.
Well, first off, let's give Chris, Ari, Evan, those guys, Jonathan, just shout out. Congratulations. I know how hard they work. Very, very, very easy, awesome team to work with. They send us a ton of information. They were awesome with the giveaways. But my question is this: is it more fractional that Amazon is interested, or cards?
Very possible fractional, because in the announcement they did say that they were talking about expanding from cards to other things as well, from sports cards to Pokemon and stuff, and then outside of cards as well. Yeah,
because for cards they have, like, they don't need anybody. They could just add a card, like they have the tech, they have the marketplace, they have the buyers, right? Like they can already become the Comp C of cards if they wanted to, pretty easily. The Comp C would be a more interesting acquisition if they were just cards, but this is different, I think.
Well, what else would they be fractionalizing on Amazon? Legos?
Well, fractionalization is a whole different game. Like, fractionalization is more like investing. Amazon doesn't invest. They sell goods and service. They sell goods. You know how, like, with Dibbs you sign up for KYC?
Mm-hmm.
That's because you're becoming an investor, right? They have that whole investor profile. Amazon doesn't offer investments on their website. They sell goods. That's
true. It's very true. Very, very true. All right. Interesting stuff, man. Well, I just think it's cool. I mean, Dibbs is at base right now. They can grow into something, but it's a card. It's card fractional. Right now, it's just sports cards. So Amazon's buying into it for sports cards for now. What that might change into, who knows? Elvin Hayes, flawless.
I'll tell you,
on card order. 20.
I saw that. I saw that on Lamim's page, but I had to go and, like, search out the news. Like, the card ladder news was everywhere. The Dibbs news, like, I wasn't as spread out as I thought it might be for that kind of magnitude.
Did you see Lamim's meme? I mean, he's really getting a lot of mileage out of the Nat Turner as Thanos. Natos, he calls him. But it's pretty accurate, right?
I didn't watch Thanos. I didn't watch that stuff. You know that.
So you don't get the meme where Thanos is putting Infinity Stones into his gauntlet and he's just adding more stones to it? No? All right. I think even without watching the movie, you can kind of get the meme.
Yeah, he's getting stronger.
Sort of, yeah.
More powerful. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? Uncle Sam said that.
Yes. Spider-Man's Uncle Sam. Exactly. That's exactly who said it. Gotta love it. Oh man, this was a fun one, man. I'm gonna go take my shirt off now. I'm gonna go cry in the corner, being 45. Well, guys, we love these episodes. They're easily the highlight of my day.
Say it with less enthusiasm.
What about Danny Manning? There's a lot of Danny Manning in 2012 for Flawless. Bill Walton. That? You know who Danny Manning is? For the Clippers? I mean, he was one of those. He was one of those can't miss late 80s players that like was coming out and was like the can't miss college player. Danny Manning. It turned into. I mean, he was a good enough player.
Nobody wins.
He never played while you were alive.
No, definitely not. Corey Maggetti's my guy. Dude, no one goes to Clippers and does well except for Corey Maggetti.
Danny Manning. I got to look him up now. I think he went to Maryland.
You excited for UFC next weekend?
Clippers only played 6-7 years, huh? Playing for the Clippers, but then he played 15 years. I mean, he played till 03.
Bro, Clippers are a fast track to retirement. No, so like I'm not trying to hate on the Clippers.
He's coaching Maryland. Looks like he's the head coach. He's interim head coach for the Maryland team. Who did he play for? Kansas. Played for Kansas.
Like people think the Clippers are bad now. People don't realize how terrible the Clippers were for like eternity. You know that they were trying to draft Kobe Bryant, but then the GM said to Kobe, "You know, we like what you're doing." Kobe worked out with them, but like we just don't think that this fan base would approve of us drafting a high school student.
Huh.
Idiots.
First overall pick by the Clippers in the 88 NBA draft, and you never even heard of him. It's amazing. Won the NCAA Finals, 31 points, 18 rebounds, 5 steals, and 2 block shots. Single-handed performance,
that's
propelling
domination.
Underdog Jayhawks at a title, as well as KU's unremarkable record going into the NCAA tournament, 21-11, most losses of any NCAA champion. The 88 Kansas team was nicknamed Danny and the Miracles. That's a Disney movie. Most outstanding player in the tournament.
You excited for UFC next weekend?
He played 26.
Jose Aldo's fighting tomorrow.
Jose Aldo. I don't know why it's pronounced Jose. I like Jose Aldo. That's one of the old timers. It's one of the great guys. A lot of his fights were not seen by UFC fans because he was in a division that was not in the UFC until recently. The UFC used to just start at 155. That their lightweight division 155, then 170 welterweight, 185 middleweight, 205 light heavy, and the hell is heavy 2 something? I don't even remember. Whatever it is, I can't fight at it. So was it 265? Maybe I don't even know. We have to look it up. But Jose Aldo fought lighter than that. He was in what was called the WEC. It was like their feeder. And then WEC was brought into the UFC when they expanded it and brought in some of the lighter weight classes. He's awesome. Jose Aldo is awesome. If you want to, I don't know if you could use it, pull up YouTube and pull up Jose Aldo versus Cub Swanson. It's a WEC fight. It's Aldo versus Swanson. It is. There have been some.
Swanson?
Just Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson against Jose Aldo in the WEC. It was, for a long time, what I would show people who didn't understand why I watched mixed martial arts. And I would say, watch this. And watch the finish. Can you... Oh, look at you. You're going to try to find it. So, Cub Swanson. There you go. So, Jose, look how young he looks there. 22 years old. And Cub Swanson came into the UFC also after this and had some really big fights. So, he's not you
want me here?
Like a no-name. What'd you say?
Far?
No, this is fine. No, back up, because it's very quick. There you go. That's the whole fight. Just watch. So, Aldo, Scarface, his nickname, scar on his face. Didn't get it from fighting though. He got it because I'm pretty sure his sister pushed him into a fire, like a barbecue pit. So there you go, Steve Mazzagatti.
This is the early days of mixed martial arts, right?
So this is WEC. So it wasn't a UFC. It was a different promotion. And then, like I said, they came in. And who's got the card? Is that Brittany Palmer? Looks like Brittany. All right, so watch this.
You're beyond dumb.
Brittany Palmer is an artist for Top 70. She does the Top 70 cards. That ring girl right there. How am I beyond dumb? She makes baseball cards. Watch this. Boom.
Oh,
over.
wow, the flying knee.
Double knee. Watch the replay. Right off the bat, like 5 seconds in, look at his little dance. That's Fernando Tatis before Tatis. He hits him with both knees. He jumps a knee and then the other knee. It's one of the sickest finishes I've ever seen. It's nuts.
Dude, he
look
cut
at
him pretty good.
Yeah. They'll show you the repeat again.
You know Khabib has never been cut?
Khabib's never. Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Never been cut.
Look at that double knee. That was crazy.
They're going to slow it down. 1, 2. Jesus.
Yep. Hit him with both his knees.
That's a way to start.
There you go. Right? Boom, boom. So that was my favorite finish until Ben Henderson against Anthony Pettis. And it didn't stop the fight, though. It was the 5th round where Showtime Pettis fought against Ben Henderson, and he did what they call the matrix kick, where he runs off the cage and kicks him off the cage. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Okay, you should put that one in next. Put that one in. Pettis, Henderson, kick. Maybe you'll just find like a 5-second clip. Don't watch the whole fight because it's a 5-rounder. And then we'll let our folks go because they don't. We could do a whole episode of this, like cool UFC fights. Take a look at Bob Sapp versus Chemo if you guys want to watch the best first round of any UFC fight, although I think it was fixed. So, a lot of fun. Anthony Showtime Pettis. Is this just a clip? There you go. You see that?
Wow.
He runs off the cage and kicks him in the face.
That's interesting. He doesn't even make that great of contact, though, but he knocks him out. Like hits him with like a toe.
No, he didn't finish the fight with it, I don't think. It was towards the end of the fight, but I don't think it wasn't a knockout.
It wasn't.
No, but it was pretty sick. Thanks, Luca Nation.
Do you think Poirier beats Oliveira?
I do. Poirier is good enough on the ground to hang with Oliveira down there. Dubronx is not. He's good. He's won a lot of fights recently, but if you look at a cool site, guys, if you want to look at UFC stuff for betting purposes and that kind of stuff, it's called SureDog.com, SHERDOG, SureDog. It gives like a whole fighter profile, fights, their win-loss record, all that stuff. It's helpful for like betting and stuff like that. You can see who they fought and how they won and all that stuff. He hasn't really fought anybody great, and I mean, really neither has Poirier except Conor, and Conor really hasn't looked the same in some time either. Poirier is good enough on the floor. He's good enough on the ground. I think he's a better striker than Oliveira, and I think if it's on the feet, Poirier has a significant advantage there. Oliveira's better on the ground, but not so much that where it takes away the striking advantage of Poirier. My thought.
Peace.